Today I'm going to talk about user settings that affect the syncing of Outlook with Tour de Force. This applies to companies that are using Office 365 or Microsoft Exchange Server as their email system. When you have a new user, make sure in user permissions that you visit not only the rights and groups, which I've set up for my example new user Wenda Pickering, but also on the user info tab. There are a couple of fields here that are important. The first is the email address. This needs to be the primary email address for that user, not one of the aliases like sales or even a shortcut like Wenda at TDF Test. The other field that's important here is the time zone. Wenda actually works in the Eastern time zone, not the Central time zone. So I'm going to select that for Wenda. Those are the important fields here. Next, I'm going to take you to services. Important that you are on the admin console when launching this particular utility because of the way it connects. And we're going to look at the mobile sync settings. Mobile sync is the service that syncs a user's changes made in TDF Web with their individual Outlook mailbox. So this is the one-way sync from Web to Outlook. And you'll see the Wenda as a new user, I've not selected any of the choices here. So I would like task appointments and contact changes that Wenda makes on the web to sync to her Outlook. So I will select this. I'll point out on this particular screen, this space on the right-hand side is a bit of a troubleshooting space. And you'll notice that if I click on Wes, I have several items listed here. What's happened is that I forgot to check these settings for Wes. So his items have not been syncing to his Outlook and they're sitting waiting to be synced. So a little tip there. Next, I want to take you down to the Exchange sync settings. They're similar to the mobile sync, but Exchange sync is a two-way sync, and this syncs between Outlook and Tour de Force in general, not just web specific. And this is a scheduled sync that happens typically once or twice a day and thoroughly compares task and appointments and task based on last modified date between what's in the database and what's in the user's Outlook and synchronizes them. And we'll point out here, and we'll save this for another tip, the syncing of contacts does take some additional setup for the user to set up some rules about what contacts, including new contacts, should be synced into their Outlook. That concludes today's tip.